Hello?
Hey, did you remember it's Frank's birthday?
Yeah, definitely.
You forgot, didn't you?
No?
While we're seeing him tonight, remember to bring a gift.
Obviously. By any chance, does he have a favorite pop culture franchise?
Funko Pops. These things seem to be everywhere nowadays. Walmart, Target, Hot Topic, even Spirit Halloween. You know, that store that fills your old Toys R Us that's only open for like a quarter of the year? I mean, like, seriously, you actually thought they sold games at GameStop? That's funny. Known for their square-ish heads, I guess, and their round beady eyes, how could you not love these things? Now, Funko is just the brand that sells Funko Pops, which is what I'm talking about today. So they do sell other items, but come on, I think we all know where their main revenue is coming from. In the past few years, these vinyl figures have absolutely exploded in popularity. I mean, there's literally one for like every single movie, TV show, or video game that comes out, which is one of the reasons they're so popular. So what is the big deal? I'd like to say I haven't fallen into the trap of seeing one of these on the shelf and being like, oh, I like that movie, I like that character, and boom, there goes $10, but that would be a big fat lie. I don't go as crazy as some people do, not that there's anything wrong with having a collection that large, I just kind of find it hard to spend money on something that doesn't have like an actual use. But then again, I also still buy physical movies, so who am I to judge? I'd also like to think that I'd only purchase a Funko Pop if that franchise is near and dear to my heart, or I'm just a big fan of whatever that thing is. And then I look at my Killer Croc and Nightwing with the baby Funko Pops and I'm just like,
why did I buy these?
For the most part, I'd say these things are usually worth the $8.99 plus tax that they usually run for, with a few exceptions here and there. Obviously, if a franchise doesn't mean anything to you, then a certain pop isn't going to mean anything to you from that franchise, and so to you, it's not going to be worth the money. But what about the franchises that don't really mean anything to anyone? This is when licensing every brand under the sun could become a bit of an issue. Like, seriously, the disparity in sales of some of these things is insane sometimes. Like, you could have the Marvel Blacklight Funko Pops that go on sale and are gone within like half a day, but then you can have some that sit on the shelf for literal years and just refuse to go to clearance. Like, you have the Funko Pops that no one really asked for, but are still kind of cool and worth some cash nowadays, like the Sharknado one, but then you have the ones that nobody asked for and still no one cares about today. Like, does anybody actually care about the movie Valerian? These Funko Pops came out in 2017 and they're still sitting on the same Target shelf. Other than that, what else is wrong with these things? Not that much. Sometimes a paint job could be a little janky, or they just don't stand up and they don't come with a stand, so you just kind of have to like lean it against something. Or in my friend's case, you drill a hole in the bottom of your Funko Pop to put it on a different stand, but then later realize that it's worth $55 and you just ruined its value. Like, really, is it really that hard to just get all of them to stand upright? Which brings me to my next point. How much are my Funko Pops worth? And what if I want to make some fat stacks on these babies? So I open up the Funko app and see that my highest valued one is just $18, and I get just a little bit sad. I know they calculate these prices by things like exclusivity, variability, and rarity, but some of the values just don't seem to make a ton of sense to me. Like, this Thanos in the Garden Pop is honestly, I think, super dope, but it is only worth $1 less than what I originally paid for it. Not that I would probably even ever sell any of these, but there is always just that flicker of hope, like, oh, I could have something worth a lot of money in my possession. Does that make sense? Is that just me? So, should I take it out of the box? Yes. I personally don't see a reason why you should leave it in the box unless it's because it comes in one of those special protectors already. Then I could maybe see it. Sure, it might not resell as well if you either don't have the box or the box is like damaged a little bit, but come on, do you really think this looks better than this? I just don't think you can appreciate some of the detail put into them all the way, and like, you can't even see the back when it's in the box. Honestly, that's probably one of my favorite parts of getting a Funko Pop, is just being able to take it out of the box and seeing the detail up close and seeing what the back of it looks like. So I don't really want to lose that. So if you do plan on reselling them sometime in the future, here's what I say. Carefully take it out of the box. There's no like glue or tape or anything, so it won't look tampered with. So if you're careful, it'll be just fine. And then throw the box in your closet. When you're done with it, just put it back in the box and boom, good as new. But what are Funko Pop's impact on the community and everywhere, I guess? I just think it's nice just to have a little collectible, because everyone has a favorite movie, favorite franchise, favorite video game, favorite musician. I mean, literally anything. If you can think of something, there's probably a Funko Pop of it. So I really don't see a harm in even just having one of these, because even if it's just something small, then it's just a way to appreciate a franchise or just something you love. And these things themselves have spawned just a ton of lines of other products, of other companies and other brands trying to just do the same exact thing of licensing these characters, which, not to say that's a bad thing, because there are going to be some things that Funko isn't able to license, but why would you go for one of those when you could just get a Funko Pop? My final words, I would honestly probably buy these things and continue to buy these things until the end of time, because I don't really have a reason to stop. If I'm just spending $10 here and there, I really don't see why it's an issue, but don't take my word for it.
If I were to say how many Funko Pops I would have, I would say probably 20 at most. I've always been kind of like obsessed with like pop culture stuff, so whether it's like posters or memorabilia or stuff like that. When I first heard about Funko Pops, it kind of piqued my interest because I like focusing on specific characters. So this was a fun little way, and they got a cute little design. It's a fun little item. I do take them out of the box because I don't really see them as a priceless collectible. I think they're just toys that can be put up on the shelf, and also the boxes take up so much more space than the actual figurines. I think it's kind of a waste of space, and I don't know, you can't even see the figure if you're not, if you don't take it out of the box. So I think it's ridiculous to keep it in the box. I believe my first Funko Pop was actually a Dalek from Doctor Who. We were on a field trip for show choir, and we were in a mall, and I went to the GameStop in the mall, and they had a huge sale on Doctor Who Funko Pops, and I got two. I got the Dalek the first time, and then I went back for the fourth Doctor before we left, so I ended up spending $20 on two Funko Pops, and those were my first ones. My favorite Funko Pop of mine is probably my Scott Pilgrim one. He has like a limited edition plum tree shirt on, and when I got him, he couldn't stand up, so I drilled holes in the bottom of his feet and put him on a stand from a different one. But that kind of ruined the value of it, but it's actually a pretty rare one, so kind of lucky to have it. I think Funko Pops are very divisive. You either love them or you think they're creepy or stupid. And I think what I would say to someone who doesn't like Funko Pops is maybe get over your fear of Coraline with the little beady eyes. And, just enjoy that. They're making your favorite character from whatever, because they're making everyone. It's a fun little collector's item for everyone. I just want to say, thank you. And I need a bad bleep Addison Rae.
I hope you really enjoyed this. I hope it entertained you for a little bit, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks for watching.